I would have become Catholic probably a lot sooner for a variety of reasons. But there were a few instances I had some bumps in the road where there were some unhelpful things said to me from other Catholics or by other Catholics that kind of made me stop and go, oh, okay.
Like what?
Well, I remember once I met with a priest, and the first thing he said to me was when I was sharing with him my where I was in this journey, and I had just started to like learn about Catholicism. I didn't really know anything about it growing up. The only thing I knew about Catholicism was what other Protestants had told me, which you know how that goes. Most of it's wrong. So as I'm beginning to learn from a few Catholics in my life that really do know their faith, and I'm starting to get interested in it, I went to meet with this priest, and one of the first things he said to me was, well, whoa, hold on. I explained to him my story, and he goes, your marriage isn't valid. You do know that, by the way.
Thanks, man.
And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, your wife was brought up Catholic and you got married outside the Catholic Church. You didn't get a dispensation for that. So I have to tell you that you're not really married. And, you know, technically he was right.
Was it how he said it?
Well, I mean, he wasn't like being a jerk about it, but I just think it was the wrong time for me to hear that. And because my heart certainly wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
So when I heard that, the first thing I thought of was, well, then I'm out.
Yeah.
You know, I can't go down this road anymore. And then another time I was with a group of Catholics, and we'd been having an amazing experience together. And this person just looked at me, who I didn't even really know them very well. But they knew that I was a Protestant. I was kind of on a pilgrimage. I was a fish out of water. And this person said to me, I don't know how you could have ever left the church. How could you ever walked away from what Christ has done in his church and the Eucharist and all? And I'm just like, whoa.
Well, first of all, you didn't walk away from it. It was never yours to begin with.
Exactly.
Was it? Yeah.
And I remember,
but even if it had been, that's not a very charitable way of putting it.
I just said, look, I didn't walk away from anything. I was born like this. I didn't know anything, but it just, and I don't want to blame that, I mean, everybody always has those stories of, well, this person said that to me, so therefore I don't have to follow the truth. But I'm just saying, like, I wanted to, when I was in that position, and I'm sure I failed 1,000 times, but I wanted to do the best I could to not be unhelpful to the people that were closest to me that were wrestling with what happened to Keith. Why is he Catholic? Why did he mess up our whole lives? Why did he walk away? I mean, I was their pastor, and they're like, we listen to you every week. You're our guy, and now what happened to you? I didn't want to represent the church to them in a way that was going to come off as though now I'm some kind of elitist, or now I'm just smarter than you are, or now I don't think you're a Christian anymore. Like, so that's been tough. But with my family, there's all those other dynamics. But anyway, with my wife, she had to get to that point where God brought her in her own way on her journey, right? And I remember it was really awesome how she would talk about, okay, when we were coming home from Mass, she would talk about different things she experienced and say, why do they do that? What's it? And I'd say, you didn't learn that when you were in Catholic school? No. And then, what's the deal with this? We would talk about these things, and she would begin to sort of open her eyes. And the way she would describe it to you, the Lord one time just kind of bashed her over the head and said, maybe if you would open your eyes and stop having such a hardened heart, you might see the beauty that your husband saw in my church.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do us a favor, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, like, and subscribe.